The promise and challenge of the cloud. That is the topic of my conversation with Eric Rempel. He is Chief Innovation Officer with Redwood Logistics. Hello, Eric.
Hey, Bob. How are you?
Good. Now, the cloud has been with us for a long time. It's not exactly news. It's helped drive the adoption of a wide variety of solutions in the world of supply chain for companies. But what challenges has it presented to companies at the same time?
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. The cloud is not new. It's just more scalable, and you can do bigger and better things. So the challenge, though, is as you think about the scalability and these new solutions, now organizations are saying, well, I want a little bit of this, I want a little bit of that, and now it's how do I connect these systems? How do I bring them together in a way that is meaningful for my organization? Because my company is different than others. So they're always sort of faced with this challenge of, great, now the cloud is bringing me, a way to manage my, order management system, my TMS, visibility, even back office automation. But now when I figured out which systems I like, how do I actually connect them and orchestrate them so my supply chain works more seamlessly?
That makes sense. I would think that as the cloud developed, companies would do on a one-off basis, let's put this in the cloud, let's put that in cloud, let's do that, and did not probably have the larger vision that unifies it in the way that you're talking about now. Right. So that becomes important to do now, correct? I mean, what benefits does it bring to a company if it takes this more holistic view and unifies all this in some way?
Yeah. So there's kind of two ways to think about it. I've been an on-prem organization and I'm looking to the cloud, and so now I want to move my solutions to the cloud, and that's how a lot of people think about it. But if you think about the flip side, right, and all of these applications coming down from the cloud, call them micro apps or SaaS 2.0, which are apps that live to perform a specific function that organizations, they don't want to change their legacy systems, they just want to supplement them with new tools. And so the paradigm shift is now, I like my ERP, even if it is considered legacy, or if it does, order management in a way that perhaps isn't the most modern, but I want to weave in these cloud applications and connect to it to supplement it with new functionality. And that's really where organizations are finding opportunity and also finding challenge today.
Interesting. Now you have outlined a similar type of challenge that was experienced in a recent seminar here at CSCMP on Taylor Farms. Tell me about what their integration journey was like with respect to what we're talking about here.
So Taylor Farms started in 1995, and from that time to today, they're the country's largest produce grower and distributor. So just an incredible scope of operations. And with that growth, right, they have hyper growth, and they just kept throwing more bodies at it, right? Some outdated systems and a whole bunch of employees that were doing manual labor to essentially plan out their logistics movements. So what they were really looking for is how do they take that journey? How do they take advantage of the cloud? Similarly to the previous question, weave in their existing systems and connect it, and then how do they get the best of what's available out in the marketplace that connects with their existing order management system that help them grow the business so quickly that they don't want to replace, and then add on things like TMS and temperature tracking and visibility and all different sorts of tools into their solution. So we help them get from idea and concept of manual labor all the way to an automated digital supply chain.
All right, so what are some of the benefits that Taylor Farm realized from this initiative?
Yeah, so Taylor Farms really wanted to move away from people doing the work. That means using Excel spreadsheets and essentially trying to plan what should be done by algorithms at large scale, and especially for an organization of their size. So what they really wanted to do was to get to a automated transportation management system with automatic procurement and rate management and visibility being handled within the system. And once that was in place, they wanted that data certainly to go back to their order management system for visibility, but they also had objectives of getting more products woven into their fabric. So they started with TMS, but from there they had a desire and a real demand to integrate more of these cloud and SaaS apps into their solution.
So it was TMS, it was order management. What other types of
So it was
That's-
interesting. From TMS and order management, then came visibility of automated emails that were super rich to give their customers in an industrial scale that Amazon type experience. They wanted temperature sensing, they wanted GPS tracking, they wanted geofence notifications, they wanted yard management solutions, they wanted dock scheduling solutions, they wanted driver summoning solutions, and all of this was over a period of several years. But as they saw one solution work, they said, well, how can we continue to improve our operations? And obviously that leads to a reduction in headcount and reduction in cost. But in reality, it's when they had an idea, they wanted to be able to execute on it.
Does the journey continue for them? What more?
The journey does continue. So, it's funny, as they've looked towards, digitizing their supply chain, now they have a digital supply chain that's running. They're starting to digitize some of their traditional operations and weave that more into this solution. But they also have several sites all over the country where they're expanding this, where a lot of these solutions are primarily focused in, Tennessee and California and at regional sites. But now they're going into local areas where, they're seeing the gains here and they're extending them further.
So how does Redwood connect to solutions that are as disparate as Sensitech to SmartDock, as you did for Taylor Farms?
It's interesting. So you say, how does Redwood connect? And that's actually the name of our product, Redwood Connect, which is the foundation of our delivery mechanism called LPaaS, or Logistics Platform as a Service. Our vision is to give our customers the best of both worlds, the world of logistics, where they can pick any partner they want to work with and any service provider, whether it's digitally automated or even manual, all the way down to picking their technology, which TMS they want. And then what we do is we weave it together, back to your question, with Redwood Connect. It's our serverless integration platform as a service. So when they tell us that we want all of these choices, Taylor Farms, for example, could have said, I'm going to connect all of these systems and think about connectivity, security, scalability, visibility, replaying transactions, all of those things that you don't really want to think about when you're thinking about supply chain. Well, they gave that to us, and they connected to us once, where they stream their orders to us into Redwood Connect. We send them any update they want back to their system in a way that they don't have to worry about connecting it. It just works. And then we plug and play through Redwood Connect, literally by dragging and dropping blocks on a canvas of connectors that weave all of their solutions together. So whether they want a dock scheduling application or a yard management, essentially from that single feed, we can then stream data to any of their other systems and future ones that they haven't decided that they wanted yet, allow those systems to talk to each other and choreograph how their supply chain works and send those updates back. So the great part is it's a connect once and get the value of the network, get the value of reusability, and Redwood is leading the charge there.
Thank you very much for being with me today to explain this next evolution in the world of cloud technology and how it can help companies, especially with the help of third-party logistics. Thanks for being with me.
Pleasure, Bob. Thank you.
I've been speaking with Eric Rempel of Redwood Logistics. Thank you very much for watching.